I've been shoeing horses since 1976, and I'm entering my 50th year, and I'm still doing a little bit of it. I was fortunate in that I found someone to mentor me, and it shortened the learning curve tremendously. I know the value of mentorship. I know the value in getting someone that has been there and knows the ropes to show you how to do things. I realized I wouldn't be able to shoe horses for the rest of my life. I first became involved with hypnosis 25 years ago. I was intrigued by it. I took some psychology classes when I was in college. It's always intrigued me as to what drives us to do things or not do them. Psychology has always been of interest to me. I first got introduced to NLP, neuro linguistic programming, about 25 years ago. NLP is the modeling of excellence, and the people they modeled were therapists. One of them being a man named Dr. Milton Erickson, who was a doctor, a psychiatrist, and a hypnotist, probably the greatest hypnotist in the 20th century. If you study NLP, you're going to study hypnosis eventually, because when you get deep into it, there's a lot of hypnotic protocols in NLP, and I often described NLP as being a more palatable form of hypnosis. People have an idea of hypnosis of being some woo-woo thing, of some kind of mind control, and it is mind control. It's helping people control their mind. It's not me, the hypnotist, controlling them. It's helping them learn how to control their mind, better operate their mind. Because we don't come with a manual of how to navigate what's going on in our mind. People are at a big disadvantage when they just leave things to chance. Well, I knew I wouldn't be able to shoe horses for the rest of my life, and when I turned 60 years old, I jumped in with both feet to really become a hypnotist. And I was fortunate, just like in my first career, to find really knowledgeable people to mentor me and shorten my learning curve. And I needed that because when you start something that's 60 years old, you really need to learn as quick as you can because the clock's ticking for all of us. What really got me into hypnosis was partially I wanted to remain useful, viable, and productive for the rest of my life. And retiring wasn't really something that appealed to me. And what really motivated me was my experience with addiction. I loved someone who was addicted. I found myself in a 12-step group called Naranon. It's for people who love an addict and can't control them and can't cope with it. The 12th step in any 12-step program is giving back what was given to you. And after becoming a veteran of Naranon, I was able to help a few people along the way. And it was really gratifying. It was really, really satisfying. I realized that learning hypnosis would enable me to help people even more. That's what got me started, really, to dive right in and go for it. And I feel blessed that I've found two things in life to be really passionate about. And maybe that's not the only two things I found to be passionate about, but the two career choices to become passionate about. And it's a joy to help somebody stop smoking or lose weight, extend their life. That's very gratifying. But at the same time, these people who want to stop smoking, there's part of them that really wants to stop. Maybe they already have health issues and they know that they're killing themselves. And then there's another part of them that just loves to smoke. Or there's a part of them that really wants to lose weight. Maybe it's for their health, because I think that obesity is probably as dangerous or worse than smoking cigarettes in terms of shortening your lifespan. Obesity probably costs more people time off their lives than smoking. That's a big statement, and I can't back it up with facts, but I suspect that it's pretty close to even, and I think that obesity is probably a more common issue for most of the people in the 20th century. To be able to help people stop overeating, it's a challenge because there's always a part of them that loves their donuts and loves their ice cream or whatever it is that they're not supposed to be eating. something they know that's not good for them, but they keep going back to it. Regardless of what it is, it's a challenge when you have a conflicted person that part of them wants this and another part of them wants that. And with performance, if it's an athlete, if it's a stage performer, if it's a public speaker, generally they just want to get better at what they're already doing pretty well. And that's pretty easy because right now they're probably not doing anything in terms of upping their mental game, in terms of the inside game. They're probably not doing much of anything. And so to help them, it's pretty easy. And the results can be very dramatic. I've been focused mostly on equestrians, competitive equestrians, or nervous riders, but it doesn't really matter what sport it is or what they're performing at, because the inside game is more the same than different, regardless of what context they're performing in. It's just a joy to be able to work with somebody for a period of time and have them enjoy dramatic results. It's really rewarding and satisfying. And that's why I do it more than any other reason. Follow me for more. Tom Mulryan, equestrianhypnocoach.com.